Margougou is playing with Bohemians and Matador is playing with Tatars. Let's update the stream title. And then after this one, we'll see which round 32 set we end up going for. Could be Daniel versus Miguel, could be freaking Andy versus Ganji. We'll see. A little bit of a wall rush coming in though. Yes, from Margougou. Ends up pushing the villagers away from hunting for a little bit. I'm not really sure if that was worth it though. The villagers got pushed away by a very small amount of time, and Margougou ended up spending like a substantial amount of resources on that militia. Instead of Matador is coming forward, he's got 3 militias himself, but Margougou already has vision of these. Well, it was fun for sure. Maybe Matador could have gone for it himself as well. Tried to pick some of the extra walls over here that were left at the center, but no, he's not going for it. Anyway, he might be able to get some damage down over here. Margougou is going for extra militias. At the very least, he does have the second militia on the way over here. That's going to be the third militia total. And nice pick over there. Matador gets the deer right away. He's just trying to threaten Margougou and force the blue player out of the berries over here without actually targeting the units. Fuel H is here though. Margougou. Not the one to go for mana towns at this point in time. We'll just stick to the militias, and it seems like he's going to end up getting a better trade by the looks of it. If he plays his cards right, should be able to get much better trades. But it's been difficult. Now he's going to end up getting both these militias, so he's got 2 militias left. And he ended up cleaning up all 3 militias from Matador, and that was really well microed. Archer range on the way for Margougou as he gets to the Fuel Age and Matador. Matador is in the Dark Age still, of course. And he's going out to the Fuel Age on 28 villagers. And what should be a pretty strong economy as well. Nice, there we go. Archer's on the way for Margougou. It's taking a while though for him to get the units out while Matador's gonna get to the Fuel Age very soon. And you know what? He might just have enough resources to make a play for the Castle Age. Only needs to wall the right hand side. Ideally, he would want to get something like this. Yeah, that'll be the best. Okay. Hello. Okay, there we go. Yeah, something like this, right? Only so that he can protect the right hand side of his economy. Beautiful. Castle should be on the way for a Matador. He's got the archer range, the blacksmith, no market. So it's taking a little bit longer to get to the Castle Age than he could have if he had gone for the market, but it's going to be the most efficient way to go up without using the market and just getting good eco balance. So onto the Castle Age and Matador is, and Margougou not even close. Not by a long shot. I like the pressure that he's putting with the archers over here, but it shouldn't be enough to completely remove the villagers away from wood, because on the right hand side we have a forest that is thick enough that the archers wouldn't really be able to push the lumberjacks away from here anytime soon. So definitely something that El Matador could potentially consider as well. And He does have some skirmishers coming out. He's got some archers coming out himself as well. He's going to be able to go for bulky and arrow, potentially the crossman upgrade once he gets to the castle age. But at this point in time, he's looking alright. His defense is looking great. There we go. Nice. Fantastic, and the castle age is going to be here in just about 40 seconds for the Matador, while Margougou is trying to rack in enough resources to go up himself. There's a second archer range already for Matador. He's playing with Tatters. We talked about this before. With this civilization, getting free thumb ring is absolutely fantastic and game changing. So once he gets the crossman upgrade and bulky arrow as well, these units will be so much stronger compared to anything that Margougou's got access to in the field age. And it is worth noting that Margougou will be on his way to the castle age soon. He's got the resources, he's just got to notice. He's got to click. He went for a villager. Why would he go for a villager? He had the resources already to click up. It's going to delay him further. But yeah, it's going to be a few minutes before Margougou gets there, while Matador, well, he already has bulky arrow. +2 range, +2 attack. He's got the crossman upgrade coming up over here. Thumb ring, faster attacking archers. And if we take a look at Margougou's economy, a lot of it is potentially exposed, namely the berries in front, the farms in front. He's got the gold in front as well. You know, if Margougou hadn't pushed El Matador around with the skirmishers over here, El Matador would probably have been able to deny the tower over there. Now, that's not possible for El Matador anymore, but he can still end up pushing the villagers away from berries. He can still end up pushing the villagers away from the farms over there. He might end up getting a villager or two if he plays his cards right, of course. That's going to depend on him holding on against the skirmishers, and Margougou just in time runs out of berries though and pulls the villagers away. He's only going to have some exposed farmers over here, and that's about it. And take a look at Matador going after the farmer right away, targeting the unit. Cannot really get him. So he goes back. And there we go. There we go. Castle Age is finally gonna be here for Margougou as well. It's coming in so late though. To be fair, Matador wasn't really able to do too much damage with a significant lead to the castle age that he had. So it doesn't seem to me like it's going to make too much of a difference in the end. Unfortunately for him, because it should be in a much better position for Matador at this stage already than what's currently the case. Siege workshop on the way now for the Matador as well. Nice. Beautiful. Seems like Margougou should be able to clean this out though. It's got just skirmishers against just crossbows. Yeah, and Matador ends up getting pushed away from here. That is very interesting to see though. That Margougou is able to push a Matador away from here. However, the red player is still significantly ahead. If you take a look at the worker count, he's managed to get a 7 villager lead already, and because Margougou is not going for any extra TCs, doesn't seem like he'll be able to catch up anytime soon. Meanwhile, Matador is distracting some of these skirmishers, thus guaranteeing the siege workshop coming up over here, and that's going to give him vision of the villagers. That's going to give him vision of the villagers coming forward as well, so you should be able to prevent any forward siege work shots from Margougou from happening. And Margougou does indeed end up bailing. Mangonel's coming up now for Margougou. Here we are. Incredible that it's still possible for Margougou to, with a single archer, push all the lumberjacks away from this wood. You would expect at this point in time, and Matador to already have gone for something to defend this, probably a TC on the other side instead. If he had gone for the TC on the left hand side, and then he would have gotten like this, right? That would have been much better. The walls over there. Yeah, and still a lot of pressure from Margougou. Is Matador ever going to go out? His lumberjacks are not in a good spot. To be fair, he's gonna start putting some pressure himself right now. Oh, and the wall's coming up for Margougou to not connect, and that's 3 villagers down the ground. Plus a Mangonel coming forward as well. If he cannot get any extra villagers over here with the crosses, at the very least he'll be able to prevent the villagers from going back to the wall line over there with the Mangonel. If he plays his cards right, although he's got to be careful as Margougou's got his own Mangonel roaming around in the back. There's always a hole. So it seems. This could be really bad for Margougou. It's already been really bad for Margougou. He ended up losing already a few villagers. Good unit control though. He will end up getting the Mangonel down. Oh, that is so close. Oh, that could be a 1-for-1 trade. That would have been so good for Matador. But now he's got these crossbows stuck between the Mangonel and the skirmishers. So probably he'll end up just losing this. Fortunately for him, he still has a 21 worker lead, so it does not matter. And take a look at this. That is a big bada-boom right there, as man would say. Big shot. And that was incredible from Margougou. Well done. The attack round threads the needle, and he gets exactly the shot he wanted to. Four castles on the way now for Margougou as well, while Matador, he's got close to enough resources to get a defensive castle up himself. Let's see. Welcome to everybody who's watching the stream for the first time today as well. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. After this game, and that was a big shot from Matador as well. And after this game, we'll take a look at one of the round of 32 sets. That could be either Freaking Andy versus Ganji if they are commencing anytime soon. It could be Daniel versus Miguel. We'll take a look to see exactly what we have left, or what we have available rather, but yeah. So far that's 4 additional villages going down, and Margougou is not looking good. Is not looking good, unfortunately. Imagine watching Nova? Yeah! I wonder who would be crazy enough to do that. Not the best rates over there for El Matador at all. He struggles to get a single mangonel down, and he ends up taking so many losses. He lost a mangonel, lost a bunch of crossbows. And I think this is probably the only way that's really keeping Margougou going. The kind of lackluster unit control from El Matador at times allows the bull player to keep on going over here otherwise. I would imagine the game would probably have been over already at this stage. Very soon, the red player will be on his way to the Imperial Age, and Margougou doesn't seem like he's got enough resources. More importantly, it doesn't seem like he's got access to any safe gold. This one is kind of exposed. He ran out of the one that he was collecting from on the back, and I think this is stone, right, that he's collecting right now? Yeah, that is stone. So he's gonna try and make a play for the center. And he does have the castle over here. He does have a TC already. He's got the hail even. The Imperial Age from Matador is certainly going to present a problem for Margougou. For Margougou's control of the center. And the Imperial Age should be on the way for Matador very soon, now that he's gotten a castle up over here. And we have a castle for Margougou, and Margougou knows about the castle from Matador. This is going to just become a race to the Imperial Age. And who's got the best economy to go up? Well, a Matador could potentially tank his economy in order to get the resource he needs to click up. That can also be said for Margougou, who's got right now 1,000 stone that he could very well end up selling in order to quicken the Imperial Age. But it seems to me like still Matador should be in a better position. Okay, he's just going for... He's going for Keshiks. Margougou's got Hasai wagons. No Imperial Age at all for anybody. This is so awkward. You want to go up to the Imperial Age. You want to get the castles down from your opponent at the center so that you get control of the gold. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Margougou's going for a forward castle. And then Matador should be able to react over here with a counter castle himself as well. And that's gotta trigger the race to Imp, right? Let's see. There we go. The castle's coming out for Margougou. And Matador should know about this. He's got vision of it. And he's deleting the farms. So he's gonna try and get a defensive castle up here. Beautiful. There we go. So it doesn't seem like anybody's gonna try to make a play for the Imperial Age at all. Siege, perhaps? Rams from anyone? No rams. No rams. No petards. No Imperial Age. Matador is still 40 workers ahead compared to Margougou, but he's been struggling. Take advantage of it. And another castle's on the way for Margougou. This is remarkable to see, despite the Matador's substantial population lead, that he's struggling for economy, that he's struggling to defend against Margougou, even if he's gotten a better KD compared to the blue player. It is Margougou right now, the one to be putting pressure. And it seems like finally the players will start thinking of going up to the Imperial Age, yes. And there's a great denial though from the Matador, pushing villagers away from the castle foundation, and Imperial Age should be on the way now very, very shortly for ball players. University is on the way now for a Matador as well. Yeah, and it seems like Margougou's actually got El Matador beat, which is mind-boggling. How on earth is Margougou going up to the Imperial Age faster than Matador with this villager count? With this eco discrepancy. Let's take a look at the gather economy time. Maybe that's going to reveal something. No, it's significantly higher for the Matador. How is he struggling so much to go up? It's just the decision making over here seems to be kind of off, and Matador's just gave them over-invested. Well, I'm not really sure if over-investing is the right way to say it, but he's been invested into military a lot more so than Margougou, which will come at the cost of a much later Imperial Age time, which means that Margougou, if he plays his cards right, might be able to get the trebuchets out first, much earlier compared to El Matador. Might be able to get the castles down over here. And this is the importance of prioritizing the Imperial Age when both players already get a castle up. And this is why you see it be the case more often than not on high elo games. Now Margougou, by going out to the Imperial Age earlier, should be able to take down all the castles from a Matador. Should be able to push him away from the center. Alright. And without center control, Matador does not have access to gold anymore. Back home, if we take a look at the resource view over here, you can see that there is only 2 tiles left of gold for a Matador, with about 1,000 resources left or so. Counter raid coming in though from El Matador. He's got the Keshiks coming up over here. The crosses coming in as well. He's gonna try and push the villagers away from the woodland, and he should be able to do it. Even though he went for a university, he's not going for ballistics yet, so these crosses are not quite as effective. He will still end up getting a few villagers down over here, but there we go. Margougou's got into the Imperial Age, and we should see the Trebuchet coming out as soon as he can afford it. And he's gonna afford it. He's gonna be able to afford it right now, so he's got the first Trebuchet coming in. He's gotta take care of the counter raid though. Matador might still be in the castle age, but without any walls over here, Margougou will still end up taking a lot of losses, so the villagers keep on crumbling over here to the Keshic, going down by the minute. Matador, not the one to let the villagers walk away over here. We'll end up getting a few extra villagers, and to be fair, the EQKD is barely higher for Matador. Only 6 extra villagers he was able to collect so far. He's gonna try and get a few more over here, we'll see. The first Trebuchet has already come out for Margougou, and where is it? Down the south, I imagine? Actually, where is the Trebuchet? Oh, it's here, at the top. He's showing this castle on the right hand side. He will get gold from the Keshic. I mean, yeah. Do you want to bank on that only? If you cannot afford to go for more Keshics after getting pushed away from the center, and after getting your castles taken down too, I guess we'll see. What a great game though. What an interesting one. And we have another Trebuchet come out from Margougou's south castle. He should be able to take this one down. That's not the best unit control though. Margougou does not seem to be paying too much attention over here as the cavalry archers, the Keshiks, are taking the Hussar wagons down. They gain access to the Trebuchets, and that's gonna be a lot of resources down the drain over there from Margougou. And once again, not the best position for the bull player, despite the fact he's got into the Imperial Age earlier. He was able to get one castle down at the center, and he might be able to get this castle down as well very soon. He does have another Trebuchet to work with over here. I think it's just the one, right? Just the one Trebuchet. But if he does end up getting this castle down, yeah, that's going to buy him a little bit of extra time. But so far, Matador's just been dominating. Despite the much later Imperial Age time. Margougou wants to get access to Huvnitsa as well. Squires here. Squires? What is he trying to do? Halberdier? I have no idea. He's got no infantry at all. He's got bombard cannons coming up instead, and most likely this is going to be for Huvnitsa, of course. Okay, yeah, there we go. Halberdier is coming in. That makes sense. That should work pretty well against the Keshic. And then he's going to have Hussar wagons to fight from the back, his range units. There we go. Halberdier is here. Fantastic. With both these castles down already from the Matador, now Margougou might be able to push him away from the center. And this is what I was talking about, the importance of going out to the Imperial Age once both players get a castle up. Here we go. The Keshiks are going down. The Hussar are going down. The Hansa Wagons over here should dominate. If he's able to clean these units up though, then he can start pushing the villagers away. Meanwhile, the counter raid from El Matador, the counter push over here at the center with the cavalry archers, will be extremely effective against Margougou's villagers. Margougou is trying to pull these villagers towards the center to try and protect them with the castle and the TC. And there's another castle on the way now for Margougou as well. Nice. And Matador, he's got the resource to go for one more castle himself, but there is no place that he can locate the castle that's going to allow him to secure any gold, because at the center, Margougou's got the hill, he's got a trebuchet already out. And with the second castle coming up, he should be able to outproduce the Matador for trebuchets if Matador was to go for a castle over here, right at the center. So it seems like the red player is getting pushed away from the center, and this is huge. Take a look at the gold miner count from the Matador going down to 1. Very soon going down to 0 while Margougou, he is the one player with still a good amount of gold miners left. So if he is able to sustain gold unit production, he should be able to out-trade El Matador, as he's got just trash units to play with, the red player that is. And once again, this was possible because of Margougou prioritizing the Imperial Age much more so than El Matador. Where the hell is this game going? This game should have been over such a long time ago and Matador should have taken it, but now Margougou is taking this back. And it's blowing my mind that this is a thing. This, by the way, for the round of 64, we are still waiting for the round of 32 to begin. When we jump into this one, I imagine by the time we are done with this game, the round of 32 is already going to be halfway through, or at the very least we should be able to jump into game number 1 of whatever set we want to. Out to make a cup of tea when Margougou was dead 25 minutes ago? It seems so, yeah, he seemed to be. But now he's come back. Prioritized the Imperial Age, got the castles down at the center from the Matador, pushed him away. Now he's the only player with access to gold. 40 gold miners, no more, no less. And Matador, he's got into 200 population, mind you. So he's gonna try to swarm Margougou. He's gonna try to overwhelm the bull player with sheer numbers. So he's got Hussar coming in. He's got cavalry archers coming in. He won't be able to keep on going for any more cavalry archers, obviously, so it's just going to be Hussar for him, which means if Margougou can get just a good amount of halberdier to defend himself, he should be fine, especially with Bohemians getting 25% higher bonus damage from spearline units. And ideally, he wants to wall himself in. I'm not really sure why he's still open when Matador has been raiding already a few times around this area, but this castle is certainly going to help. Wagon's very strong, I know, right? Yeah. It's just the population for Margougou is really low, and it seems like Matador buying up, making the full trash swarm work out over here because Margougou did not wall up on time. This is, my lord, there are so many lessons over here to learn. We have seen so many missteps over here from both these guys. The game should have been over a while ago and Matador should have been able to get it, but then Margougou had the chance to take it back and then he made the mistake not to wall himself up, and now a Matador with cheaper trash units over here is absolutely overwhelming Margougou's defensive abilities. And even at the center we're gonna see the raids coming in from Matador, and it seems like it's going to be game over when Margougou could have taken this one as well. Both players have their chances, and in the end, seems like a Matador will be the one getting the better end of the deal. Even if Margougou's going for his own counter raid, it shouldn't be enough. The amount of units And the amount of damage dealt over here by Matador's units is so much greater compared to anything that Margougou can go for right now. Basically, the red player is destroying Margougou at a much faster pace than Margougou is going to be able to destroy a Matador. Yeah. Selwood, he doesn't need to, I guess, right now. He's got 24 Hazard queued up. Yeah, crop rotation. But Margougou is dropping under 100 population very soon, and Matador is pretty much locked at 200 population. So this is going to be game over. And Matador will be the one to move on to the round of 32. I'm sorry, this is actually incorrect. This is the round of 64 that we are casting right now. And he's going to be the one moving on to the round of 32. I'm not really sure who El Matador faces next, though. But yeah, we'll take a look at the brackets, and we'll take a look at what we have available. Once we are out of this one, of course. Once Margougou calls it. Full goal control doesn't really do anything for the bull player over here if he cannot really make use of it. He doesn't have any of the other resources. Margougou won't resign until he does the middle. That's what I'm kind of fearing. But Matador should be able to keep on suppressing the bull player further and further. Doesn't seem like a Matador will be able to take the center yet. He's got trebuchets in the way, though, to be fair. He just doesn't really have the population space. Yeah, Margougou's dropping to 90 population. He should realize right now the military count for El Matador is about 2/3 of Margougou's total population. So he keeps on going, and of course you want to keep on trying. This is the qualifier, the only qualifier for the tournament, so there are no second chances. If you cannot come back here, it's pretty much game over for Margougou. So it kind of sucks that he's got center control and he's losing the game this badly, but it is what it is, man, and it's a matter of time until he eventually ends up calling it. Does he have Timorous Siegecraft? El Matador? Let's see. Does he have the trebuchet already out? He built a trebuchet, but he did not bring it out just yet. Once we get the trebuchet out, actually I can take a look in the game. Give me a second. Let's track these Hazard while I take a look at the tech tree. Nope, he does not have it. He's got silk armor, but no timbered siegecraft. So no extra range on the traps, no access to flaming camels. Hey Sabatero! Hi, welcome. Welcome back, hope you're doing alright. Hope everything's going well. .85 population for Margougou. Man, he keeps on trying, but soon it's going to be triple population for Matador if he can keep this momentum. Beautiful. Extra villages going down over here from Margougou as well. 76 population, and I mean, he's still holding on to the center, but what is this really giving him at this point? Matador honor in his name? Absolutely, and the castle goes down. Well, this is the first step, right? Towards the Matador getting center control. He's taking the monastery down. He's gonna go after the TC after the next castle, and Margougou just calls it GG right now. The game has been over for quite a while, and Matador gets this one, though it's going to be a final score of 2-1, and he moves on to the round of 32. So let's actually just go back.